Welcome back, guys, to Triangle Strategy, where last episode, House Wolford began their fight against Royalist invaders in Patriatte's Gambit. As with Symon participating despite his condition, we look to protect him while dispatching the threat. With battle having taken place on three fronts, we soon look to bring down the leader of this scheme.
Right, Eridor, what do we do here with you? The only reason I ask that is that we can actually finish quite a few foes.
You're done! Look at me learning.
Because we do want to push to Patriatte.
The hunt is on.
If I go to there, can I hit this guy? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. 100% as well. 60% immobility. Line to 62%.
Take aim. This battle is won.
Didn't get the immobility, though.
House Wolford shall persevere! This isn't over!
Symon?
I had a vision.
What? My spoils!
No!
Marvelous. Impressed? That hit the mark.
I shall try my level best.
Actually gets it onto you. Can you see at the top there? Actually gets it on her as well. Oh, okay. No, I thought it was going to be the whole range. Why? Why did you ruin this so? I thought it was way better than it actually was. Turned out to be but a foolish dream. Okay. We have to regame this now. Because Azana lost a lot of HP. Is going before the Glenbrook Bowman. Sure. Patriatte is on 12. Essentially, there's a shot here, by the way. Wind just straight up there. We'll just wreck. I'm wondering if I should now Medina.
We must stay vigilant. My knowledge grows deeper.
And keep using your overpoweredness.
Count on me. Here you go.
That's more
Hope you're
TP for her
blessed.
too, by the way.
Shall we begin?
Gila's like, can someone deal with this guy, please? Pretty please.
Go swift.
This is me trying to keep this archer near us.
No!
Okay, let's see what this guy does. He's of course going to attack Maxwell,
That's it.
who can counter
My
it
turn.
to do some damage. He'll then attack again.
Return the favor.
So Maxwell's in a bit of a bind in terms of damage being done to him. To work out how many we can kill and how fast.
Away with you!
I think we can definitely annoy these guys, especially because we've lowered the defenses. Then if Serenoa wants to go next... What's our mission, by the way? Is it kill everything or just kill Patriatte? Because we're pretty much there. So their luck's down and their defense is down. It's decimate. And allow Symon to fall was actually a lose condition. I didn't even check that. So I don't have in tandem. I do have in tandem. Never mind then. Game!
Now I am.
That's the best area for me to attack from here. Probably just straight up, right?
Time to work.
Indeed it is. Oh, you have to surmount first, don't you? Can you move after that? You still got your movement?
You won't escape. Shall we dance?
I guess I'll go in front of him.
You can catch me.
I can attack him. I can have a green mist that does quite a lot of damage as well. Or I can just make sure he doesn't cast a fire anytime soon again. And that lowers his strength too, so the debuff's good. Did that guy just face the wrong way?
Your defenses crumble.
Yes.
You're quite formidable.
Or he'd go for his Erna.
Time to take flight.
Farewell.
Take aim. Victory is ours.
It really
I
is.
pray this was not my only chance to destroy them. I shan't make the mistake of underestimating them again.
Tasty. No
You won't beat
reinforcements.
me. Push on through.
What's with that? By the way, who goes next? I could just stop this guy's turn, you know? Who's like next in the turn order then? So it's Medina. Aguila's going. Aguila could get behind the guy and just lay into him a bit. If she wants to. I could also light
For the
wave him.
greater good.
Okay, I'm just going to use an HP recovery pellet. This gets
Here you go.
experience,
I embrace
as well as giving a
this. Let me
TP.
heal your wounds. This is what I do. Yes, this will do.
Farming kudos now.
I haven't been broken yet.
Oh, Simon, you're completely
I
fine.
see a path to victory.
Who do I want doing what? This could be using quietuses when I really shouldn't use them. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to use them. I'm going to keep them. So I can't get in range, obviously, but I can do certain things that will enable some extra damage, possibly. It'd be better if Milo does it, but she goes after anyway.
We must move fast.
Anna has some rage issues at this point due to certain events having happened recently. You're not even going to try and run away. Well, that's dumb. You see the debuffs you currently have? What if I would add even more?
Defeat is not an
Fortunately, I
option.
didn't get paralyzed there. But I can definitely finish the job. Wait, was there an item anywhere I'm missing here? Usually there's like one item just already laying on the stage in most battles. Doesn't seem to be the case this time. Serenoa gets final dibs.
That hit the mark.
Assassins defeated and Patriatte killed. We did Roland's job for him. You didn't even have to do it. We just did it. They came here. Oh, that's a lot of money. And some HP recovery pellets back as well. Unprecise spice, iron, quality stone, quality timber, parchment for another upgrade, and a medal of valor. Ain't bad. That's how we got most of our stuff there. Much easier fight than retaking a kingdom, right?
Was my sword ever so heavy? Age is a persistent foe. Ah! Ah!
Be strong, father. I shall get you treatment at once.
Serenoa, please. If I must go, at least it was alongside you, on the battlefield.
Enough of this talk. You will yet live.
I've seen scores of soldiers perish, my son. Death comes for us all. Does it not, dear Benedict?
Forgive me, my lord. I could not keep you safe.
I beg you, give the three of us a moment together.
As you wish. Eridor?
Aye.
The Wolforts are as dangerous as I feared. They must be wiped out for the good of all Glenbrook.
There is no escape, Patriatte. Tell me why a royalist like you would attack Lord Symon.
Yes. Why would you threaten to tear asunder a newly restored Glenbrook?
Restored? Restored to what? The Duchy killed your king and controls your land, and you've what, exactly? The collected ashes of the royal family? Those who joined the Duchy thrived. Those who resisted were ground beneath their heel. The nobles and commoners have never been further apart, though beneath it all, they are bound not by the king's memory, but greed.
Perhaps, but we can unite them behind King Roland.
The weakest link of them all. The prince, who forsook his family, a ruler in nothing but name if the people speak true. The Wolford reputation stains him, and it shall be his undoing.
So that's your angle.
Enough slander.
You're blind to it, admit it. You rebuffed the Aesfrosti army, curried favor with the Saintly Seven, protected Roland, and immediately installed him as king. You think yourselves above the high houses of Glenbrook, nay, above his majesty himself. Who would not want to rid themselves of such a stain?
You suggest King Roland gave the order?
Would he possess such rationality? We would not be in this mess if he did. Thus I decided to intervene, for the good of the kingdom.
So we need only kill you. That is a mercy.
Only Benedict and I know what I'm about to tell you. I bid you listen well and remain calm. I am not your father, at least not by birth. You are the blood of our former king, Ragnar.
What?
I promised His Majesty I would hide the truth from you. Forgive me. Destra was indeed your mother. That much was no lie. She was a commoner in the Crown City.
A woman of little means and low station, but possessed of unparalleled intellect and boundless affection. He would often sneak out into the city in disguise. Fate united them on one of those evenings, and they fell in love. Thus, you were brought into the world.
He wished to marry her, but her low station made that unthinkable. In time, the Royalists found out and plotted her murder.
So Lord Symon took her as his wife to keep her safe.
And so I was born the heir of House Wolford.
Sadly, your dear mother passed not long after you were born. It was she who named you. It was the one thing she was able to pass down to you. And now I leave you this.
The royal signet.
Only one of Glenbrook's royal line may wear it. I was to keep it until the time was right. And so it is now.
Father, you leave me completely unmoored. What am I to do with this unspeakable knowledge?
I leave you with a heavy burden. This I know better than any. Be strong, Serenoa. Forge your own path. Lead the people. Keep watch over him, Benedict.
I will.
No, Father. Stay with me. Please.
All this and still, you call me father. I am proud of you, my son.
Please don't go. Father! Please!
So Patriatte meant to eliminate House Wolford to protect the crown.
Yes, he admitted as much himself.
I can assure you he acted alone. King Roland was not a party to the plot.
That is fortunate, yes, but the mere fact of it could tear Glenbrook apart were it to be made known. Lord Symon's assassination must be kept secret, my lord.
You would have me say his illness claimed him then?
I thank you for your assistance, Milo. Speak not a word of this to anyone.
I shan't. For the good of House Wolford.
I cannot fathom why he thought us to be enemies. We mean no harm to the royal family.
Misplaced as his fears may be, we must stand ready to defend ourselves, in word and deed, from any who may reach similar conclusions. That includes King Roland himself.
You heard Anna. Roland didn't issue the order. What are you plotting, Benedict?
I seek only to ensure House Wolford's survival. Lord Symon was murdered. Other enemies may well be within our ranks as we speak. They must be stopped at all costs, no matter who they are.
Can I count on your continued guidance, Benedict?
Glenbrook's throne is yours for the taking. You have the claim and the might to back it up. Your Lord Father beseeched you to forge your own path and lead the people. Might you not best accomplish that if you were king?
Perhaps. But I would sooner fall upon my own sword than usurp the throne from my friend. The truth of my lineage does not leave this room. I shall keep it hidden along with this ring.
As you wish, my lord. I trust your judgment.
I come bearing a missive from King Roland. He requests your presence in the Crown City immediately. The Aesfrosti survivors are on the move.
They leave me no time to mourn. Lead the way.
When our paths part is complete. He is of the lineage of King Regner. Potentially betrothed to someone of the lineage of the Duchy of Aesfrost, Frederica, and a member of the Saintly Seven. Every nation. The triangle exists within him. He now has the Triforce of Courage. That's that the graveyard scene said way too much, didn't it? It's like, oh yes, I'm going to talk about those two people. What two people? What, don't you mean Lord Symon, you know, his dad? Symon and Regner. I mean, okay. Didn't know you had much going on with Regner there, Dexter. The graveyard scene was basically flag after flag after flag. They're not subtle, that's for sure. They are not subtle. And of course, doesn't that make... I don't know exactly the timeline for everything. That was a nice, easy battle, by the way. Hey! I don't know the timeline of everything. Doesn't that make him the eldest child of Regner? Of course, then... possibly the true heir to the throne. No, not the designated one. So it's kind of, yeah. No wonder you'd want to keep it secret. But Benedict's like, yeah, you should take that. Maybe Roland would be up for it. You don't know. Maybe Roland doesn't want the heavy burden of the throne. He wasn't, after all, going for it in the first place. He might think that his friend Serenoa might be a better candidate. Also, that makes them half-brothers, right? So, you know. Be some welcome news. Of course, that said, he has to keep it quiet. Because it is massively a threat to position of power, and Roland is king, and may want to hold on to that spot. So... yeah. Also, even better pawn for Hyzante. That graveyard scene, though. Just sitting there watching it was like, oh, okay. You knew someone wasn't surviving after all.
Roland, Benedict, and Frederica regroup back in the capital. But what they experienced while they were away could very well alter the course of destiny itself.
Chapter 15, Part 3. Fate. What did the others experience then?
Is there something on your mind, Roland?
Serenoa, I do not know what I should do.
Did something happen in the capital?
No, that problem has been dealt with. I've made sure those damned Royalists will never cause trouble again.
Was such harsh punishment truly necessary?
Of course it was. When they should have been helping to rebuild the kingdom, they instead profited off the people's hardship. And And on top of that, they sought to string me up as their puppet king.
I understand, but
You know what they told me? They said that is what Glenbrook truly is. That it must be ruled with the Royalist careful mediation between the royal family and their loyal subjects. They said good kings need not think for themselves. They said my father and my brother understood that.
even if that is true, you have the power to change it.
I tried. That is the entire reason I took the throne. But nothing has changed. No matter how many corrupt aristocrats I've cast out. This kingdom has always been broken. Aesfrost's invasion just ensured we could never put the pieces back together. I do not have the strength to reconcile a land and people torn apart by hatred and greed. I cannot give Glenbrook what it needs, king though I may be.
Roland.
Apologies, my friend. I should not burden you with my woes.
You burden me with nothing. But if you are struggling...
All is well. Trust me. So long as you are by my side.
Roland has rejoined the party. With some issues. Yeah, it'd be a bit wrong to tell him at this point. I mean, in some respects, he might just go, wait, I don't have to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to not be king. But I doubt it.
Serenoa, I would speak with you before we meet with the others.
Is something the matter? I was led to believe the Rosellan village escaped all but unscathed.
Pray, look at this.
A book?
We recovered it from a band of brigands. It once belonged to the Aesfrosti archives. It was authored by one Orlea, my mother. Inside is the truth about the Roselle. Nay, about all Norzelia.
The truth? How would your mother have that knowledge?
The Rosellan people have long passed down the secret of the salt. My mother was a chosen keeper of that history. In ancient times, the Roselle lived in the southernmost reaches of Norzelia, in a place called Centralia. It is said Centralia was on the shore of a vast expanse of salt water they called the sea. Back then, the Norzelia we know was at the bottom of that sea, but a cataclysm dried up all the water, and thus this land came to be. The salt crystallized and sank into the earth, the very earth we now walk upon.
Salt beneath our feet.
After the cataclysm, only one small lake of salt remained. War raged on and on as people fought to control it. The Roselle tried to stop the fighting by digging up a giant pillar of salt to show everyone the secret they had long kept. But Hyzante, whose power over Norzelia came from controlling the lake and the salt it produced, could not allow the truth to get out. They captured the Roselle, branded them criminals who tried to seize control of the salt for themselves, and confined them to the lake.
And what of the pillar?
Hyzante stole it and hid it, inside the very statue of the goddess that towers over the source.
How can you be certain?
During the uprising, my mother broke the statue and recovered a fragment of the pillar within.
The salt crystal found in the Rosellan village. Incredible. If what you say is true, the teachings are a lie. This will shake Hyzante to its very foundations.
And we would be able to free the Roselle from their imprisonment at the source.
With so much at stake, we must be careful in what we do now. Frederica, I would ask for more time to think this through.
Of course. I have every faith in House Wolford. And in you.
Frederica has rejoined our party. As reveal after reveal, in a sense. Or, you know. I think Serenoa's got a lot to think about, you know. I think it needs to take a few days. But we don't get that chance.
That is the extent of what happened during our various endeavors. The passing of my Lord Father, the Royalist scandal, and the book that revealed the truth about the Roselle and the Salt. It is time we consider what we shall do to overcome these obstacles facing us.
I still cannot believe how quickly Lord Symon's condition worsened.
It is most devastating. Serenoa, did your father say nothing else to you? Before he...
He bade me lead House Wolford well.
I see. Then we must all do what we can to help you honor that request.
Your Majesty, what do you plan to do about the Royalists who misappropriated supplies?
As far as I've been able to discern, those involved acted out of greed and self-interest. They must all be punished. Nothing less than exile from the kingdom or execution will suffice.
But there are those among them who support the Glenbrook line. Will that not impact your governance?
Perhaps. But to pardon their crimes would kindle the people's ire. We must make an example of them. To appease the people. To make clear the consequences of engaging in such foolhardy behavior.
Did something else happen in the capital, King Roland?
Nothing you need concern yourself with. But I must say, I was shocked to learn of that Rosellan legend. Do you suppose the contents of that book could be true?
The part about their homeland, Centralia, that sits upon a vast saltwater sea? That of the untapped salt crystals beneath Norzelia? Or that, in order to monopolize the salt trade, Hyzante fabricated the Roselle's sins? That the pillar of salt Hyzante stole from the Roselle is hidden within the statue of the goddess? If any of it is true, it would turn everything we know on its head. It would mean the teachings of the Holy State are not but lies.
It does sound unbelievable, but we have already seen part of this legend for ourselves.
The crystal from the Rosellan village?
That crystal is a fragment from the pillar within the statue of the goddess. One my mother obtained during the uprising.
It fits perfectly.
Apparently, Lady Orlea penned the book detailing the legend for Frederica.
She did. She enchanted it so no one could open it, but left me the key to break the spell. This pendant.
I doubt a mother would go to such lengths to lie to her daughter.
Then we agree the legend contains at least a seed of truth.
Your Majesty, we have received word that the survivors of the Duchy's army are amassing.
What? Where?
At the Grand Norzelian mines. But we cannot be sure what they are doing. None of our scouts have returned.
These frosty dogs. We will speak later, Serenoa. First, we must put down whatever the Duchy is planning at the mines. I need you and your people beside me.
Of course. We shall ready ourselves for the battle at once.